And here I am, yet again, winging it at the last minute, doing what I do best for this, still chugging away, still slow going, still rolling out content. Thinking about a month or so, Kyle and myself will start rolling out some ads and really pushing our brand. So, one of the things that I would really like to see happen for us, and ultimately what our goal is not simply just to become, something on social media, a form of entertainment. And not only for it to become something that is of monetary gain for us, a way for us to make a living, especially as being creatives. It would be fantastic, and the thing that we really feel that we're drawn towards, and a lot of pull in our life towards. But also, we really do want to inspire people. There's a younger generation coming up underneath us. We're approaching the old guy status, and when you see that coming on the horizon, I think you can have a couple of different feelings, a couple of different thoughts. And the one that's been really hitting me is that I want to help younger people. I want to help you have a clearer thought process. I want you to have someone that you feel like is an advocate for you, that really does have your best interests in mind. And yes, I don't have to know you directly to have your best interest in mind. I just want everyone's mind and your soul and your heart and your creativity to flourish and to thrive. And so part of what we aim to do with our brand and as a duo is to not only just create something that's entertaining, that you can gain some insight and information from, but also to inspire you to think and feel in ways that are more positive, that are more growth oriented. Now, as I've mentioned before, this will seem similar to what I say, that there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of noise going on in our lives. There's a lot of chaos to the left and to the right. And it feels like it's changing all the time. And sometimes, in my opinion, by design, it's disruptive. I don't know that. It's purely speculation. But I can't help the way that I feel sometimes, that it's almost by design so that we live in a certain state that is confusing on purpose. And we just have to break free from that. It doesn't have to be your only mode of thinking. You're allowed to not just focus on the chaos. You're allowed to not just focus on the struggle. You're allowed to not just focus on these difficult things that are in front of us. And by doing so, it isn't really putting forward a disregard for what's happening. And that's something I think that we need to see more of, and I would hope that we can inspire you to realize, I can focus on something else. By seeing us focus on something else and creating something else, that it would inspire you to focus on something else and create on something else, and to breathe life in new and different ways. And I often hear a lot of charges in our culture, not just in America, but globally, against, this work ethic where taking a day off is frowned upon, where downtime you should feel guilty for, and there's all these different things that we hear, and I agree with, some of it for the most part, and I want to offer this in return. Your paradigm, your worldview, these things that we are all called to care so much about, let's put that in check also. Let's put that under that same directive. Why do we need to feel shame when we have to put away the part of us that's political, the part of us that's an activist, the part of us that's religious, the part of us that's, you name it, your vocation, right? What you do for a living. Why do we always have to have that on? So we say, why do we need to be focused and hyper-focused on our work and our work ethic and our output. Well, why do we have to be hyper-focused on any aspect in our life? And I think that's when the negativity can creep in. I think that's when it can give way to doubt. It can give way to poisonous thought patterns and habits. And anything shouldn't be always on, you know? A battery runs out at some point. Energy is depleted at some point. We can't always be on in certain regards. And one of them is this, is how charged up and angry and against something or someone or some movement we have to be. And again, by pointing this out, I'm not disregarding any of the weight or importance to this. The issues that we look at or the issues that we face. It's more so pointing out that we should respect it as well and put it in a place of there's a time for that to be activated and there's a time for it not to be activated. And to pull that into the creative world is don't let your creativity become hijacked by always having something as a part of it. What do I mean? I don't want my creativity to be politically charged. For me personally, ever. I'm not interested in that ever. That is not what I want to do. Does it mean politics are important? Yes. Do I want it to be the thing that is in charge of my art? No. Religion is extremely important to me. Do I want that to be the thing that is in charge of my art? Not really. Not from my perspective. I can respect somebody that wants to, just like I can respect somebody that wants to have politics be in the driver's seat for their art direction. I can keep going down this list and keep pointing out these things that, should it always be about making money? No. Should it always be about pleasing the inner artist in you? No. Should it always be about satisfying the critiquing eye of your peers? No. It shouldn't always be about one of these things. It's allowed to be about these things occasionally. But when we let things hijack our art, just like when we let things hijack our minds and our souls, it starts to suffer. And so ultimately, as I wrap this up, that's my point to this talk. This spur of the moment, just got off work a little bit ago, took a short nap, the house is briefly empty, I set up my shot, I hit record, and here's this vlog, a solo John Boy talk. And this is what happened. And I'm very passionate about this. I'm passionate about being passionate about all sorts of things in life. It's critical, it's important, but I'm also passionate about keeping a healthy perspective. You can't let one thing rule you always. And you definitely can't let one thing rule your creativity always, or else you're going to drain and zap your creativity. And so ultimately, that's really what I would like for you to take from this rambling. And I hope that it was something valuable for you. Don't let yourself be robbed of your creativity by making it hyper-focused on one area. You are much more dynamic than that. There are many more layers to you. You're a beautiful creature, and there's multiple ways for you to express yourself. So, do it.